Alright, thank you for checking out this video. This is CatonDaBack with another video. This is another update to the devlog for the game called Project Super Baby. Well, this is Super Baby, this is the name, but hey, before going into anything, first remember to like and subscribe if you like the content that I'm producing so far. Also, like I said, even though I didn't expect to do another video this week, but since I had time to go ahead and overlook the entire environment, the entire game, and look at the code and everything of the sorts. I just wanted to go ahead and give an update on what we will be doing with this game, and also what we will be and what changes will be made in the game moving forward. All right, so if you because we're going to show changes and with the next update what I'm going to do next week or the week after. Like I said, because of work, today is pretty today since today um I'm pretty much I'm off today. So it's not much workload because I'm off today. But the fact is, like, even though work is pretty, you know, demanding on me, I may not be able to post when I can. So first things first, one thing with this code is I changed a lot of things from the previous code. Now, if you saw from the previous video, you saw that for one, I had everything in the events area. So what I did was I parsed out the code for the player and for the enemy so far and made their own event sheets and just included those event sheets here, like I should have in the first place. Um, but now what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and I'm putting in. I basically now am working. I worked on the enemy code and the I'm working on the enemy's code and the player's code. I already updated the player's code so far. Pretty much what I done with the player's code is I just added in the state machine, like I said in the previous video. Also, instead of using the default controllers like I did in the previous game, the previous version of this game, also took that out, added my own controllers. Cause now the jump button will be spacebar in the new version of the game. Um, and then also what I did was, like I said, I deactivated the default controllers. Uh, the next thing that I did was like I said, I added in our state machine, and also in the previous game, all I had was I had a double jump enabled in the previous game. This one, like I said, I didn't use the default controllers. I created my own double jump within the game, programmatically, basically just setting a couple of variables basically saying, can the player jump? If so, basically having a variable called it can double jump, having so that's enabled. If that's enabled, then the player can double jump. However, if it's disabled, the player cannot double jump at all. So basically, that's just something just in case. Let's say if I want to reuse the same code, and let's say in the next game I don't want the player to double jump, all I had to do is just uncheck the double jump, and the player won't be able to double jump. It will just code will just automatically skip over that. So that's pretty much it. And then also I added in our state machine, and also I resized the player to have it so that the player, when the level starts, he starts at a height and width of 96. And so when he plays in the game, when you play the game right now, this is what it looks like. Um, Even though he looks like he's like very big in the game, but this is what it looks like so far. And it actually, to me, I kind of like the fitting of it, how because babies are small, right? And he's a small baby. He's just basically, he's basically able to, run and walk and stuff like that. And he's still able to jump right now. Everything's still the same program wise. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to go ahead and resize the level a bit too, so that it fits his size. Even though I like the fact that it does look cool, being a little baby, he actually, like I said, a baby is supposed to be small, but the fact he's so small, like that, it actually looks pretty funny, looking at this. I actually kind of like it. It looks cool. But and also a few things. I have a couple other things I need to fix within the game. Uh, I have a few other things I'm going to try to add into this. I'm going to try to add in 'cause right now how this is shaped out right now. Uh, how this is set up right now. I have a level, even though this is level one, this is the body of level one, body two of the level one, and the end of level one. That's a lot of layouts just for one level, just for one level. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to basically consolidate these into one level. Basically, I want to basically break these down into one level. It's supposed to be 3 levels and a boss. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to consolidate these into one level instead of having 3 different layouts. And the same thing here, and the same thing with the third level as well. So I'm going to try to consolidate those over the next couple of weeks. Um, with but that's gonna come when I actually get back to the level design phase. But I haven't gotten to the level design phase yet. For right now, just taking over, just doing the enemies and the player. And right now, taking the time to look at the enemies code. Now, the enemies code, it wasn't that bad. I just know that in the game that's gonna be releasing at the time you look at this video, says March 22nd. So sometime tonight, the game Ninja Go Home will be releasing on itch.io. It will be on Game Jolt as well. This particular project, it will be on Game Jolt as well, and also be on the Construct page as well. Um, so it'll be releasing tonight, but staying on topic. Uh, in the Ninja Go Home game, I had a script where I had a whole bunch of states for the different types of enemies, and I had you could select, and I have something to where, and I had the enemy code was a little bit much more better. It was almost the same as it is now, but it was actually a little bit better because I didn't have to just like here where I had to tell the player, hey, I had to isolate the player by saying, hey, here you fly, here you walk, and things like that. I didn't have to do that. Basically, all I had to do was just basically consolidate everything into one, consolidate everything into a state machine, just call that particular state when something happens. So that's that's one problem. That's one problem that I see with this code. So I'm gonna try to condense everything down, use a state machine like I did before. But outside of that, the bird and the wolf, they're programmed just fine. The only thing that I see in the little hedgehog thing, which is this guy right here, he makes his first appearance, I think in level two. Level two? No, I think it's in level, yeah, in this level. He makes his first appearance, I think, in this level. But whatever, he's a hedgehog or whatever he is. But um, but the fact that what he does is he just basically shoots. He's just a stationary shooting AI. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to make him a little bit more advanced. Since the bird and the wolf are pretty much just regular AIs, is what run back and forth. For this enemy, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have it so that he walks back and forth, and then when the player gets within distance, go ahead and shoot at the player. Or just have it so he's stationary. If he's stationary and the player comes in distance, then shoot at the player. So that's what I'm going to set this enemy up to do. It's going to be a little bit more programming to do that, but I will go ahead and set that up. Another thing I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to add a camera because I was reading a review, a comment from somebody who played the game uh, yesterday. I believe it was yesterday, and the person informed me that there was an issue with the camera, and of course I'm using the default camera for the level, and what I'm doing is um, using the default camera for the level where the camera just follows the player. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have it so that have it so that this have it so that the player does have it so that I create another camera object to follow the player and that follows the player and stuff like that. Basically, I'm going to create my own camera object and not use the construct default camera. All right, so those are the things that I'm going to do in this project over the next coming weeks. Oh yeah, also I'm going to be adding checkpoints as well, a checkpoint system into it, and things of that nature. And like I said, it's going to be a fun ride sitting here and reworking this game. Like I said, I really regret not doing a devlog for Ninja Go Home, but I am really looking forward to doing one for this one for this Project Baby, uh, Project Super Baby. And what I may do, just to help all people out, what I may do, I might go ahead and make a template of this and post it up online as well. If you want the template of this when I get done, you can go ahead and get it from get it from my itch.io page when needed if you wish to, have it. But other than that, um, I'm just gonna go and continue on working on this game and try to see if I get you another update sometime next week. Like I said, it's not gonna be often where I'm gonna be putting updates up every day or something like that, but I'm just gonna put an update when I can. But like I said, I'm gonna try to see if I can stick to this um give provide an update once every week or once every 2 weeks. I'm gonna try to stick to that. But I thank you for everyone who has taken the time to check out this video, and and I and I ask, and I just ask, please just continue to play the game. If anybody finds any bugs, please leave a comment in the either on YouTube. The best place to leave a comment is on the itch.io page. I don't really. I'm trying to keep the dev log of anything that of any updates I may put into the devlog page on itch.io. It's not going. I'm not using Game Jolt as the as the primary site for posting my updates to the game to the devlog. All those updates will be on the itch.io page. So if you want to get quicker updates on the game, just go ahead and check the itch.io page. Um, and then if you want to wait for the video, then you just go ahead and wait for the video. Outside of that, I'm not sure on a time frame of how long it's going to take for me to work on to remake this game. Like I still had to go ahead. I may keep the backgrounds and everything the same. I'm going to have to go back and retile all the levels, get a retile all the levels and things like that. Because remember how we had those issues with the lines and the levels and things like that. So other than that, it's pretty much it. The game is pretty much it's a solid. It's so far I did a pretty decent job. Only difference is I just like I said I just had that little coding nightmare with having everything in one spreadsheet. But I'm going to revamp everything, make it look and work better, so that we could have so that the game is much more enjoyable for not only for myself but for all those who are going to be playing it in the future. Outside of that, once again, I don't want to ramble on too much. But I want to thank everyone for taking the time to check out this video. Um, and I will see you in the next one. All right. Peace.